no one knows. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. Do you dare to follow me down? Head into the unknown.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Grandel, what the heck? Thank you so much for that huge super chat. We'll get to it after, but wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow, that's crazy. I would like to say hi to you because today the gloves are off and people screenshot very quickly. And so thanks for running back to shenanigans yesterday with the big news about Larry. But it's all good. It's all good. Welcome in. Thanks for joining today. I have no doubt there's a few people that will be screenshotting and screen recording, and I think that's great because the message needs to land where it needs to land. And before we get started, let me just I don't know what everybody is expecting today, but I am not here to start shit. And I am not here to stir up drama. And I am not here to do all the things that it seems a lot of people are expecting me to do. What I am here to do is show my side of things because all the cheap shots and bullshit that goes on and how I'm insinuated into certain situations, my name's brought up, people give me the finger, and I float along like a big dummy who doesn't see anything, who doesn't hear anything. Rest assured, I see everything, I hear everything, and I just let it go. But then you try to slap me with some fake cease and desist. You try to intimidate me to stop talking because I don't agree or refuse to land my opinion where you want them. You want me to shut up. That's not going to happen. And so I plan on showing my side of things, how things started, and my reaction to some of it, and the way I don't react to 99% of it until today. That's what's happening here. I am not starting shit. I am not pulling up anything. I am not harassing. I am not defaming or cyberbullying anyone. In fact, I tend to show the other side of that where I am in fact being harassed and slandered and defamed. So let's just get that straight out of the way. So if you're here for drama and shit, no. If you're here for the other side of stuff that I never talk about because I don't do that, I don't stoop and I don't roll around in the dirt and I don't get into the bullshit that everybody else wants to get into. Today, I'm showing my side of it. That's it. That to me is not drama. It's not harassment. It's not bullying. But make up your own mind. If it's not for you, see you later. No big. And another thing too, so mods, I don't expect us to be just a free for all in here. We still need to be respectful. I am not accusing anyone of anything, nor have I ever accused Malaya, Daniel, Cindy, um, whoever else was named in that email. I have never accused them of doing anything criminal. Okay. I never have. Never have. and we'll get into it. But anyways, Melissa, thank you so much for joining me and supporting me today. I appreciate you being here. How are you doing today? I know you have to go to work, so how you doing?
I'm doing good. I just want to say hello, everybody. Hello, Miss Bell. And I think, at this point, we have let many things roll off, and it's not about attacking anybody, but it's about getting some receipts out there and just showing our side.
Ori, Taurus, it says Taurus. I have one that says Charmaine, but it broke. It was a Mexico thing. Yes, ma'am, is in Mexico. That's awesome. And thank you, Marie. And thank you also to, I have to go way up there. I gifted another 5 memberships today, so congratulations to all of you who got those. And then also, I have Paula as a new member. Welcome. Thank you so much for that. I will try to do a members only live soon. Soon. And you guys, you know what? Send me ideas. What do you guys want to see on members only live streams? I do not put stuff behind that paywall. I do not. I won't talk about. We can have a chat about Jack and Lily or whatever on a members only live, but I'm not going to be, you know, doing stuff like this or anything like that on a members only live. That's a paywall thing, and like if you guys want like an inside whatever of my own life, or you want to go do something with Harley, something, just let me know. Just let me know. Just let me know. Um, so trying to, and okay, so real quick about Zach. I don't know enough about what's going on with Zach. It's none of my business. People, when you donate to a channel, that's your hard-earned money. So make sure you know where your money is going. And if, you know, live streaming does take time, it does cost money, and I keep saying that. If you choose to donate, if you're generous enough to donate, I'm all for that, but it's also on you for donating. So if you're being lied to, you have every right to be upset. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's not my fight. I don't know anything about it, and I have no intention of talking about it or addressing it. I'm glad you've calmed down. Corbin, good to see you. Enjoy us. Everybody, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Um, did I say thank you to Marie? I think I did. Thank you, Marie. Uh, okay. Hey, Seaweed, Andy, everybody. Awesome. I can feel my cheeks are a little warm because I get mad. I get mad. I am human. And even though I don't address the shit, doesn't mean it doesn't affect me. Not in the way that they want. Don't get me wrong. I get angry, but usually when I get angry about something, all I have to do is breathe for a few minutes, and then I realize that I'm an adult, and what they say and what they think means nothing to me. Nothing to me at all. And I get over it. And that's how I'm able to continue doing this without constantly bringing up the bullshit. Um, Hustler, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Bobby Joe, and if I know I'm missing a bunch of people, and I'm sorry. I do appreciate everybody being here for this. Okay. Yes, I put it. I put the camera angle like this so y'all could see Harley. He's still here. He's I don't know what he must not be feeling too good today because he was outside playing and then he decided to come back in the house, and he's been here for a couple hours, so he's okay though. Patriot, I know she already knew about Larry, but there was a reason why she decided to jump on her live stream while Larry was in our chat while we were going through his document. We'll get into a little bit of that, but I'm not gonna dwell. It means nothing. Let's just put that where it belongs. It means nothing. One who floats through focused is anything but a dummy. The Peak Man perspective. That's interesting. That's an interesting name, and it's an interesting comment. Um, Thanks, Roots. I appreciate it. I'm hoping people can understand why I'm finally at the point now where I need to just tell my side of the stuff, and hopefully when everybody sees my side, like where it's coming from, where it started, how it started, um, as it goes forward, if they choose to continue, then at least you know where it's coming from. Um, Literally, that's all I got. That that is the most energy that I'm willing to put into it, is what you're gonna see today. Baby monkey, that's very kind of you as well. Thank you so much. And sorry, I feel like I'm stalling, but I'm not stalling, you know what I mean? Newfie D, interesting. Larry Cameron is a cyber analyst and other stuff, right? And yesterday we went through this intelligence report platform document, whatever it is, and you know, I personally don't know how anybody can sit there and say it's trash, it's junk, and I'm putting trash and junk and misinformation on my channel when I'm going through this document that's based on actual statements and actual court documents. From a person who was clear when he said there might be mistakes, there might be things missing, please let me know. Um, I mean, it's getting to the point where it feels extraordinarily defensive. Eh, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, ready to go? I'm ready to go, Melissa. I was gonna rip off the Band-Aid. So do we remember not too long ago, I did a live stream about Anita and her discrepancies. Um, yeah, okay, Carrie, I will address that first. Just bully split. And I've always said, and I've told everybody, including my kids, everybody and anybody who is dealing with a bully in their lives, um, the only way to deal with a bully is to stand up to them. So, just stick with me. Stick with me. We'll do, we'll do, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Like, if you don't like the document, if you think that it's wrong and you don't want to reach out to Larry and correct him or give him the right information, then don't. But don't read it. But to say that it's filled with mess ups because it had one mistake that I saw yesterday and we didn't get through a lot of it, maybe it has more, I don't know, then shut up about it. Don't read it. Don't show it. Move on. Grow up. Anyways. Okay, let's go. Anita's live stream. I was showing receipts that people were sending me for things that Anita was saying that just simply weren't true. Simply weren't true. One of them being, and Cheryl was one of them that reached out to me because she had heard through the grapevine that I was doing this and I was willing to show these discrepancies. And so she reached out to me and said, I never tried to set Malaya up with Anita's son. Here's my proof. Also, um, I don't like what she's saying about Hayden. She's insinuating Hayden. And I had never insinuated hate. I have read comments and we've discussed stuff like that, but I've never myself insinuated Hayden in anything. I didn't even know how old he was. So I want this ad to stage. Okay. I want to do, I think this is good. So we can see Cheryl Christine. I asked, how old is Hayden now? And she said, he's 19, turned 19 in February, just a baby. And I said, Lord, all right, I'll say a bit about that. And Cheryl said, okay. Then we have here at 6:13 a.m., the day that I took the screenshot is the day after I got the cease and desist. And she deleted that message, but I showed that yesterday. Fast forward to right after that live stream I did about calling Anita out on her shit. I received this, and I'm not going to tell you who I received it from, but I received this. This is the kind of shit. Okay. Christine and Cheryl want to make sure you toe the line. And I said, sorry, toe what line? I ain't working for nobody. Seriously, they shouldn't push it. What the fuck? Cheryl's in Shannon's chat to enforce the narrative. NRIG is part of her crew. They just want to make sure you denounce Anita. Really? I didn't have anything to say to that because whatever. Toe the line. Whatever. Whatever. Fast forward, then I get this in my spam. And I will say, I didn't even see it. A hustler emailed me and said, did you get a cease and desist? And I said, no. She said, check your spam. It was in my spam. Check my spam. Boom. There it is. Oh, wait, you guys can't even see that. Hang on. Hang on. That sucks. See, I thought this would work. Gosh darn it. Just a minute. It should just work if I'm... How does this work? It's literally the same screen, you guys. Just a sec. I want to show it. I want to show it. I want to show this one. I can't believe I have to do that for every screenshot. Do you have any idea how long this is going to take? It's going to take forever. But now that I know that, maybe not so bad. So anyways, this is the one that I just read. Just so you can see. It's real. I didn't make it up. There it is right there. Toe the line. The fuck? Seriously? Toe what line? Because again, the only people I work with is my my small group of moderators. And usually it's just listening to all the different live streams and laughing about all the stupid shit that you guys say. Not you guys, not you chatters. You know what I mean. So anyways, boom, there we go. Cease and desist. And let's just point out here, April 8th, went to spam. James Michael, Nova Scotia Law at outlook.com. Cease and desist date to Charmaine Swart, truecrimestorypod at gmail.com, charmaine.swart@gmail.com, from Cindy Murray, Malaya Brooks Murray, Hayden Smith Murray, Cheryl Robinson, Patty Pearson, and I think, oh, Haley's on here too, because I fucking talk about Haley all the time, right? Like, I don't even think I've uttered her name in any of my opinions, but whatever. Let me just find the letter, the actual cease and desist letter. Because we're gonna read it together. Because it's a little, it's I'm not even gonna say it's a little, it's a lot hard to believe. I actually had it on, like, my phone is on dark screen, so I actually had to go onto my computer to get a readable copy of it to show on a white background. Here it is. Same one. April 8th. See that? Harassment and defamation. This letter serves as a formal demand that you immediately cease and desist from engaging in any further acts of harassment and defamation against any of the individuals mentioned above. It has come to my attention that you have been making false statements about the individuals mentioned above, spreading harmful rumors, hosting lives with false information, harassing and defaming. These actions may also constitute violation of applicable laws. I'm curious as to whether or not I actually defame anyone and why in the world they would want me to stop deframing. Let's have a look and see what deframing means, shall we? Because this is it's a little comical. I know, I mean, this has been beaten to death by everybody else, but I don't know that anybody's actually put this up. The actual definition of deframing is the process of breaking, dismantling, or challenging existing frames of reference, beliefs, or established structures to allow for new perspectives and innovation. That sounds exactly like what I do, you guys. I deframe constantly, and they want me to stop. Kind of tracks. It's ironic. I would love to know if they meant defamation or if they meant this. Because I've never have defamed anybody listed. However, I do defame quite consistently. And if they want me to stop, that makes so much sense, Cheryl. So much sense. Oh my God. It's all so clear. I get it now. But I won't stop deframing. I just won't. I refuse. Back to the cease and desist. So-called cease and desist. I shouldn't call it that because it was more of a, I don't even know what you'd call it. Your statements and conduct are false, damaging, and unacceptable. I demand that you immediately stop making any false or defamatory statements about the individual named above. Cease all forms of harassment, including but not limited to calls, messages, social media posts, never, hosting lives on YouTube and in-person contact, etc. So none of those apply to me. Not a single, not even the hosting YouTube lives in order to defame, harass, whatever. Reading somebody else's comment is not spreading false information. It's just not. It's not. And I will die on that mountain. Isn't that what Shan always says? Whatever. None of this. So I have gotten a real legitimate cease and desist before from a lawyer. So I know what it looks like. I immediately thought that there's something fishy. There's something fishy here. And in order for you to make this, and I'm giving you advice now, I hope you're listening. If you want to make this or any of the others that you sent after this, when you tried to backpedal your illegal activity right here, if you want to legitimize it, put your own name to it, that you wrote it because you can, you're allowed. You don't have to be a lawyer, but you have to point out exactly what you want me to stop or what you want me to remove. My last cease and desist had specific pictures that I was asked to remove. It had timestamps of a live stream of things that they didn't like that I said. You have to be specific when you're telling somebody what you want them to stop. You can't just say what the other screenshots that I got said and what's in Ninchi's video. Like, you just can't talk about us anymore unless we initiate the contact. That's ridiculous. And I just, I don't even know. I don't even know how to get through to you on this or why I'm wasting my breath. Nothing you say can change the fact that you sent this to me under the guise of being an actual lawyer. It is illegal. In fact, let's pause right here. I'm getting worked up. And this happens. Usually I can get over stuff. But then all of a sudden people start sending me shit and then I start getting mad and I start whatever. All right. All right. Uh, okay. 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 Here we go. Here we go. Just so you know. Here we go. Pretending to be a lawyer in Nova Scotia is a serious offense that can lead to criminal prosecution and civil liability. Only active members of the Nova Scotia Barristers Society are legally permitted to practice law or hold themselves out as lawyers in the province. And nothing you say or do can take away the fact that you sent this to me pretending to be a lawyer. Nothing. Backpedal all you want. Nothing. And because I know for a fact I have never defamed, slandered, harassed anybody on that list, I know who gave you the idea to include me in your list of people to get one of these. You're seriously going to tell me that I've done all the same things that Anita has done? I've said the same type of shit that AB has and Mike Demand. Are you serious right now? Serious? I know why you put me on that list, and we'll get to her in a bit. Anyways, Melissa, I need to calm down. Take your turn. Have anything to say?
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that an attorney, a real attorney, wouldn't make the mistakes that are in there. And again, if you are pretending to be a lawyer, and you don't have to say, we are this lawyer, you send it under a lawyer's email, right? So you are at that point now breaking the law, and that is punishable. So I don't know, maybe stop. What you guys are doing is wrong, and it's that easy.
Sorry, who's in here? Who decided to come in here? Who's in here? Somebody tell me who's in here. Sweat lodges have Wi-Fi? Eileen? There have been approximately 15 people have received emails from fake lawyers in this case so far. I wonder if these are related. No, they're not. It's Kelly, a criminal offense. It's not even civil. It is criminal. So no, I know they are, but are they in here? Like honestly, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. So again, I am not stupid. I see everything just because I don't call it out every time. I see everything. And for the past 6 weeks or more, Shenanigans has been scheduling her live streams to start 30 minutes before mine. As petty and ridiculous as that is, she does it almost every single time. And there have been a couple of times where I've switched my times just because, fuck it. You know, some days I don't feel like being the bigger person and just letting her get away with the shit. So some days I'll just, today was one of those days. I had no idea they were at a sweat lodge. When I told my mods I'm going to be starting about 2 hours early today, just in case Shan decides to do her shit again, they're the ones that told me she's in a sweat lodge. I had no idea. I was really hoping that she'd be a lurking lizard and watch this because the message needs to land hard. Okay, just so joyous. Wow, thank you. Exactly, joyous. This is getting out of control. We all have opinions, but none of us were there. Stay strong. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Yes, you caught on to that one. Um, I've caught on to that too. It was instinct. I mean that I I was kind of trying to boil. I think that was that not the birthday party? I think it was the birthday party one. I'm pretty sure it was and yeah. So anyways, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Um, I don't know if I really want to hit chat today, you guys. Do you guys want me to go through your comments and stuff? Do you want me to go through your comments and stuff? This isn't supposed to be like everybody attack. That's not what this is about. My side of things. This is what I see from my side of things. Just so that everybody knows that I'm not stupid and I'm not weak and I'm not afraid of confrontation. I choose to be the better person. Today, I just decided to take the gloves off. That's all. Because as you can tell, I get pissed off because I did not deserve to be on the list. There are people out there that I believe shouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. And some of the names on this list are some of the people that shouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. But anyways, anyways, I am, yeah, is that a fact, Damien? Don't care. Could care less. It was not scheduled around a sweat lodge or any plans. It was scheduled 2 hours before my planned time because of the bullshit that she generally pulls. So, if you really want to know, I was actually disappointed when I heard when people told me um, she was busy. So, um, anyways, okay. I think, and like I said, there's a lot of the stuff that was in Ninja's video, and I want to I want to say maybe Monsters of Sabotage. Not 100% sure, but a lot of the same spelling mistakes and text messages that were sent by Cheryl leads me to believe that Cheryl is the author of that cease and desist, and this is one of the reasons why, like, I know that she's trying to backpedal now, make it so that her friend or whatever is the one that wrote the letter. Like, no, no. And if that's true, then your friend needs to stand up before I call the police. I know people have been sending it to major crimes. This is not their area. I know who to call. So your friend, whatever his name is, I don't even know, James Michael, whatever, the lawyer that's just practicing at the moment, give me a fucking break. He needs to stand up before I call the police. Period. Period. Anyways, here we go. So this one is to Jess, and it's from Cheryl herself. Same thing. Same thing. Deframing. Same thing. Same person. Same person. Definitely not a lawyer. For sure, for sure, for sure. The different name, Janice Potty. I've never said anything negative about Janice. but they decided to add Haley onto mine. I have never said anything negative about Haley publicly, ever, ever. I question, I question why the people on this list, other than Patty, Hayden, and Haley, okay, so Cindy and Malaya, I question why they've done the things that they've done. That is not defaming anything. That is deframing information. Okay? Just get that straight. So anyway, you never should have included me. Again, why am I saying this shit over and over again to you people? Stop including me in your shit, and you probably get away with a lot more. I'm not stupid. I'm not saying anybody else is, but I'm not stupid. Ron Mexico has a channel. Awesome. We'll hit that in a bit. Julie, thank you. Clowns too. Just know we support you always. I appreciate that. I really do. Just call Why Wait. Don't you worry, Diesel. Don't you worry. My honest answer to that, Diesel, is I didn't want anybody telling me not to do this. Is why I waited. And plus, I had more important shit to do. Honestly, that's how big of a joke this is to me, including me in the riffraff. Give me a break. All right. Anything else? Anything else on the cease and desist? Did I miss anything? Does anybody know? Did I miss anything? Like I said, just a bunch of the screenshots that were part of the other videos that came out. Like I said, by the time I got home, it was all brought to the surface. We all figured out that it wasn't a real lawyer, blah, blah, blah. Like new stuff came to me today, just kind of showing that it was indeed Cheryl who wrote the cease and desist. And that's why I'm saying, if it wasn't you, get your friend to come forward publicly and say, I wrote it. So I know who's going to take credit for breaking the law. Honestly, I just want to know, like, who, like, who am I calling on? You know what I'm saying? Who am I calling on? I don't know if I'm calling on Cheryl or Cheryl's friend. The practicing for the moment lawyer, not lawyer. Whatever. Oh, is she on right now? Hopefully she streams this. Charlotte, my email is ticking across the bottom. Alrighty. So I guess then it is time to move on to shenanigans. Because I am sure that the entire reason that I was included in that cease and desist is because shenanigans seems to have an issue with me. Everybody knows that I asked her to come up. I wasn't offering a piece. I did not want to be friends. I didn't want to do any of that. I just wanted her to tell me, what is your problem? What did I do? What is pissing you off so badly? She never got back to me. She never got back to me. She got back to other people. Absolutely. Of course she did. But she never said a word to me, which is fine. So I'm going back and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what went wrong? I know of a certain situation that we definitely did not see eye to eye on at all. And I sent her, well, we have talked. I have talked to Shenanigans, and I didn't know this at the time, but all the way back in the beginning, when Shenanigans was Law's family, working with Shenanigans to build a timeline that was all fucking wrong. And I didn't even like going over it. Sunny made me go over this timeline on her live stream on Sunny's channel, that Law's family and Daphne put together. It was all wrong. It was terrible. But anyways, we went through it. Um, but I've had contact with her all the way through. And then the creators chat and the mega panel, and she started her own channel, and we've had a lot of conversations, Shenanigans and I. We really, really have. So this one situation, which isn't mine to bring up at all, um, and I don't plan to, we didn't see eye to eye on it at all. And so I'm going to show you the last thing that I sent her and the last thing that she sent me. And this was on February 8th ish. I was a member of her channel. I had been going into her chat for a couple of days, and she stopped even acknowledging that I was there, which I don't need that, but I also don't want to pay to be ignored on a chat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure, like, if Sesame, you're a member, if I totally ignored everything that you said and didn't even like acknowledge you in the chat, I'm sure you'd end your membership at some point. But I respected her enough that I wanted to tell her why, right? So I did. I said, "Good morning. I've noticed you've been completely ignoring me in our chat and on your live streams. Don't get me wrong, I get it. You obviously do have an issue with my opinion on that situation, even though our last convo ended with us both saying we don't have a problem with each other. I just wanted to clarify that I still don't have a problem with you, but I canceled my membership simply because I won't pay to be ignored. I have not and will not talk publicly about any of it, though. Take care." And done is done. Done is done. I was done with it. No. Give me a second, hustler. Because then she said, "The only comment I have seen you make in the last week was the eyes," which was the last comment that I made. The last one, because I had been ignored. "I have ignored American justice. That bridge has been burned. I don't have an issue with you at all." And I would just like to say, yes, I have her blocked, because one of the lessons that I learned from Brad Turner was that if you block somebody, they can't go back and delete shit. So that's why this is showing her I blocked her, so that she couldn't go back and delete shit. Okay. So anyways, that's that. That's where I left things. She doesn't have a problem with me. But then started scheduling their live streams 30 minutes before mine every single time. I noticed the little cheap shots, the innuendos, alluding to my channel for this and that, feeding other people false information about me, thinking that it wouldn't get back to me. It is what it is. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna pull this up. Is this a video file? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up because, like I said, when I invited Shenanigans up to talk about the shit, she said no. Perfectly fine. But
So I was talking to Shan the other morning.
like I said, other people had reached out to her about my offer, and she was good enough to answer. Other people, not me. Other people. Okay. So I'm going to mute myself, and this is 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Just listen, and we'll carry on.
I did bring up the offer that you made for her to come on the panel, just to kind of squash things. She does know that I talked to you, so I did say, if you want to tell me to mind my own business and fuck off, you're more than welcome to. I would not be offended. I would understand, just because. But she didn't. She was not rude about it. She actually just said no. She said, I did give it some thought. Like I genuinely thought about it. I considered it and just decided no. It's been too much for too long, and I'm just not interested. She said it's not just Charmaine, it's other creators as well. There's just been a lot of shit that's gone on. It's created some trust issues for her, so she's just not. She is sticking to herself and her small circle. She is 100% supporting Malaya, and that's what she's focusing on. She said, as far as the stuff between you and her, she said it's not anything. She said she didn't want to get into details with it. She said, but I will say, a few things that stand out. It's not about the list, because I did bring up the list and I said, that was never put out to be a malicious thing or to mock anybody, because I mean, my name's on the list, but I understood what you were doing with it once you explained it. And she said, nope, it's got nothing to do with the list. It's all stuff that happened long before that list ever came out. A couple of things that she mentioned was that she does believe that you work with Daleen. I don't know where that comes from. I mean, my opinion on Daleen and anybody that's crazy enough to work with her, and I'll leave it at that. She had mentioned about comments in your chat and her being slandered in there or made fun of, and you not sticking up for her. In particular, we know Ron Mexico's comment about her being a pill popper and an alcoholic and it not being called out and not being removed. Those nice, lovely posts that he likes to make. And I told her, if you're only getting screenshots of that, you're only getting part of it. I said, when he does come in and act like that, she does call him out. The mods do call him out. He doesn't always get away with the stupidness. People don't always get away with, shitting on other channels. She does shut it down when she sees it. But that's one that sticks out for her. So there's that. The other was that she said she does not believe that you're neutral on things, because if you were, then why are you still in contact with Daniel? Why do you talk to him every day? And why would you have offered him a job? And I had mentioned that I didn't believe that you did actually offer him a job, but I will leave it at that. And other than that, like I said, she wasn't rude about it. I mean, like I said, she just said, I thought about it, and the answer is no. I'm just, it's too much. It's been for too long, and I just don't care to fix any of it. She's happy where she's at. She wants to be left the fuck alone, and yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
So she wants to be left the fuck alone, but she won't leave me alone. And quickly, I want to go through that laundry list that she didn't have the balls to tell me about. You guys see how far back there's a long list, goes way far back, further than the list. And you saw February 8th, she told me she didn't have a problem with me. And that's it. That's the end of it for her. And that's when she started her shit. So I can only assume that it's about the issue that I will not speak of. Just a sec. I'm going to play this one video because it's important to me that everybody understands I don't talk to Daniel every day. I don't. And just because I have contact through people to Daniel doesn't mean I am Team Daniel or Team Janie. I am able to talk to these people because I give them the respect of innocent until proven guilty. They haven't been charged with anything. And so me talking to Daniel occasionally is not the same as you having sleepovers at Malaya's and blocking people because they don't just buy into all the shit you say. Anyways, my job offer. This is the kind of shit that really riles me up because Shenanigans knows that that person talks to me regularly. And if that's the kind of shit that she is telling this person, imagine what she is spreading to people that don't like me, which I know there are a lot. But imagine what kind of shit she is telling other people that don't um, understand. Brad Turner. Oh, job offer. This was back in the sunny days. Okay, you guys, this is my big job offer to Daniel. And I just moved. Okay, I gotta mute myself.
Anyway, Charmaine, do you have anything else to say tonight?
No.
Do I? No.
No.
I think I'm good.
So we kind of went sideways a little bit when Daniel entered the chat. And then when Darren got upset, we've kind of been all over the place, and I apologize for that. But I think we got new thoughts out, and I can honestly say that I've been very skeptical of Daniel since about 3 days after my conversation with him.
Yeah.
And I haven't favored since. It's gotten much worse since. Much worse.
Tell everyone what your exact words were, actually.
I can't remember which exact words I've said a lot.
Yeah. Well, let me remind you, because I thought it was funny as shit. She basically said something like, that fucking guy thinks he's gonna play me for a fool. He's got another thing coming.
Because okay, so when you're in a 20-year relationship with a narcissistic, insecure, aggressive, abusive, complete manipulator, you're used to that's how you're programmed, right? So, like, honestly, you guys, I was ready to offer this kid a job. I was going to bring him to Alberta. I was going to set him up with a $40 an hour job. I was going to get his life on track. I was going to help fix him.
I know, pisses you off now, doesn't it?
Like you wouldn't believe. Like you would, because he got me. He got me. And I'm sorry, Vanessa. Is that a job offer, you guys? That's the kind of shit that pisses me off. You take what I say and you twist it, thinking that everybody's too stupid to go back and check receipts or that I wouldn't remember what I said. Melissa, I'm gonna give it to you for a little bit. I gotta pee, and I'm pissed.
So you may not be willing to mention, but let's just bring up why Shenanigans and I are no longer talking for a moment. You stood by and you have laughed about it, about, you would call people out on doing things that weren't right, right? But you stood by and defended another creator, and accused me of spreading rumors when I had the evidence and, in fact, backed it up in the message to you about what I was calling out when this creator was selling behind a paywall. First of all, you had to pay to be a member of this particular platform. And then you had to pay another, depending on where you were from, $20 in the US, $29 in Canada, unredacted court documents naming an SA victim and a DV victim. And I have an issue with this. Why? Because I personally am an DV and SA survivor. So I have an issue with somebody selling unredacted court documents. Okay. Now, I was perfectly fine. You have your opinion. I have mine. They may not merge well together up until that point. So was the bridge burned? Of course it was. Because you stood by and stood up for what this person did. Now, Mariska asked which creator. So I am going to see if I can do this real quick. Give me just a second here. And I will pull up exactly what I have an issue with. That right there. Unredacted. Now I get down here. These say redacted, but this is what they were selling. This blurred out portion. Okay. There's one. Now, this was on Patreon. So you had to pay $20 to be on Patreon. Then you had to pay another $20 for this unredacted document. So let me remove that. Because let's call it out. Let's just show these receipts, okay? Because I'm over it. You want to say the bridge was burned. Well, honey, you burnt that bridge. Right there. Okay? Now, this creator, she gave us these for free. So, yes, I'll give her that. But then you proceeded to put the unredacted ones behind a paywall. Right there, Canada 29. So I have an issue with this. Now, all of a sudden, you are stuck up Malaya Brooks Murray's butt. Cool. Don't care. You do you, boo. But you have sat there and said, oh, you're sticking up for Malaya. You believe Malaya. You advocate for Malaya. You advocate for domestic violence victims. Really? Is that what you guys consider advocating? Do you consider being okay with selling domestic violence and SA victims? Do you agree that advocating for them is selling their unredacted information? I don't. Now, somebody brought up a while ago that Ron Mexico put out a video. Well, I will wait until Charmaine gets back to see if we want to watch that video. I personally would love to watch it. But here's the point. I don't care who she wants to advocate for. If she wants to be stuck up Malaya's butt, that's fine. I don't mind that. We all have a difference of opinion. But again, you cannot tell me that you advocate for victims and then be okay with it. And on one of your live streams, you said, oh, well, I'll call it out. Well, maybe I'll call it out depending on what it is. So as long as it's your buddy, your self-proclaimed best friend, you're okay with what goes out. You're okay with that kind of behavior. Would you, any of you, want your personal information like that to be sold? So $20 to get on the site, then another $20 US to get it. So $40. Now, you're doing it unredacted. There is a publication ban. Get it? Shouldn't be doing it. We went through as a group, as a creator group, and we redacted these documents to make sure that the victim's information did not get out. So what makes you think that putting these for sale, and mind you, these went up for sale on January 18th, and they were called out on, I believe it was February 3rd or 4th about it. And you say, well, we were trying to snoop somebody out because somebody kept upping their membership. So we were trying to do this smoke screen to get this person and figure out who they were. That is the lamest, bullshittiest excuse that I've ever heard. And this is not meant to shame or defame or anything. Okay, so let's look what defaming is. for just a moment, because that is important. So let me pull number 9. Make sure I get the right one pulled up here. So to defame somebody is the act of being false and malicious. Well, it's not false or malicious when I have the receipts to back it up that you guys just seen. That is simply speaking the truth. So, was it defaming her? No. What I did do is call her out on it. And I called her out privately, not publicly. And she burnt that bridge privately. I didn't burn it, she did. So I haven't really been looking at the chat. So, Shar, somebody had brought up this Ron Mexico video. Do you care if we watch it?
I apologize. I was chatting with a friend. Um, Not at all. I didn't even know that he had a channel. So if we were ever gonna do it, let's do it. Today's the day.
Well, I wasn't sure he had a channel either. However, hey, Ron, I'm now subscribed. So let me share the screen because I went and I was able to pull this up. So let me add it here. And I will just go ahead and mute myself and let's see what this is about.
Malaya tells everybody how much she appreciates the support from all of you. Well, you tell Malaya that we all care for her very much. As many of you who have followed me know that I am a women's advocate. Women and children is who I advocate for. So yeah, if people want to exploit Jack and Malaya, I will call it out. People want to do certain things, I may or may not call it out.
Yeah, that's the clip I was saying that she was laughing about. May or may not call it out. As long as it's your best friend, you're not going to call it out.
I think maybe you should speak to Daphne first to find out what the situation was around that, because she had somebody that was trying to get those documents and kept upping her membership. So she had removed that to the highest members only, trying to figure out who was trying to dox her and get the document. And like nobody even goes on to that. And that was the only way she could figure out how to do it. I don't think it's right for you to go on to AB and do that. And even if she was selling it, that's down to her, man. People sell all sorts of stupid shit on their accounts. And I don't understand what you're trying to do here. She's been at this for a very long time and she's got a lot of integrity.
Well, let's have a look at what integrity is, for those of you that don't know. Integrity is the quality of being honest, having strong moral principles, and maintaining consistency in actions, values, and methods, often summarized as doing the right thing when no one is watching. So, selling the documents that out an essay and domestic violence victim is integrity? I beg to differ.
Yes. Hitting my ducks in a row, dotting my I's, crossing my T's, just in case people want to try to question my integrity, which they already do regularly, but I don't care. I don't want any part of it, and I don't want to be tarred with the same brush. And unfortunately, this person is going to affect other people's channels, because people are going to be potentially tarred with the same brush. And I think they should just be called out so we can stop not making good judgment calls, I should say. Please watch everything. Take it all in, read everything, then use your critical thinking and make your own decisions.
On people's lives who are just trying to help. So there's my bestie, always talking me off the ledge, aren't ya? This girl is a good woman, and she's someone who knows what loyalty's all about too. Yep, I love her.
Now, she said that that's her best friend, and she puts it all out on the table and how much she loves her. For those that couldn't hear it, I had to turn the volume up. So, I don't know. I don't consider that having integrity or high morals. I think that you stood by your self-proclaimed best friend who was selling unredacted court documents, naming it an SA and DV victim. My morals and my integrity don't align with yours, clearly. So, was that bridge burnt? It sure as hell was. Who burned it? Bitch, you lit it up. You lit the match. And that's all I have to say. I have shown my receipts. You guys have seen them. So guess what? You now get to, as my grandma say, lay with the fleas because you got down with the dogs.
Wow. But yeah, that is the situation that Shenanigans and I did not see eye to eye on, that I was referring to. And we had a very heated back and forth over Messenger about my opinion on selling unredacted court documents. And I, you know, that obviously video is not something that I would normally play on here, but this is beyond reprehensible. And to think that we're so high and mighty that we can hold judgment on every single person who doesn't agree with what we say is not only arrogant, it's ridiculous. So I remember an unredacted document being posted on a channel before someone tried selling it. Same person, Damien. And I'm not getting into it because it's not my fight. That's not my fight. I didn't even say anything publicly about the entire situation. I didn't think it was right. I have a thing about putting stuff like that behind a paywall, no matter what the reason. The reason was somebody was trying to dox her and she was trying to smoke them out. And no matter how many mental gymnastics I was trying to do to understand it, it didn't make sense to me. There is no good reason to put unredacted documents behind a paywall. And I heard her explanation. I did. I never went public with my opinions on it. Kept it completely quiet. But there is never a good reason to do that, especially when you have a messenger chat full of creators who spend their time weeding people out, smoking people out. We could have helped her, but she didn't do that. It was unredacted documents, and it was directly after Daniel's charging documents were leaked by Daphne. Okay? So there's no amount of, well, they were already out and I put them in the chat and this and that. There's no excuse for it. Just in my opinion. But it's not my thing. She'd done it. She chose to do it. I never talked about it publicly. I did have it out a little bit with shenanigans about it. And that's what you guys saw. The very next thing that I said after we had had that exchange about that situation, shenanigans saying that, she wants to sell shit. People sell stupid shit all the time. Well, when you're doxing a victim, an alleged victim of SA, claiming to be an advocate for domestic violence survivors, it's kind of hypocritical. So I took issue with it, but I didn't hold it personally against shenanigans, nor have I spoken a word to Daphne since. Because you do you, I'll do me. We're good. It's not my place. I'm not the morality police to, and it's, Melissa's choice to take it public. That was totally up to her. But for me, I'm not the morality police to tell, just because I think something is wrong, doesn't mean it's wrong for you. So wasn't my place to put it public. That's fine. It is what it is. But whatever.
So, sure, I just want to say something real quick here.
Okay, one sec.
So, I didn't hold the selling of these documents against shenanigans. Let me make that clear. Until the moment that she said, well, if she wants to sell it, that's up to her, and that essentially she didn't see anything wrong with it. That is when I started holding it against her, because then you are now in cahoots with and okay with what this person did. And that is where the bridge was burnt. Okay.
To your bestie, to your new bestie, you advocate, you.
Right. And then when she did the live and she's like, oh, being all a Malaya, I'm on her side. Okay. Really? Because you weren't just a few months ago when you were okay releasing SA and DV victims' information. And I have those unredacted documents. I went in myself and redacted them. And I made sure that none of that victim's information, her address, her family, where she was, none of that was shown. Right. And then you have the audacity to come out and stand up for it. And then in a different live, you're laughing about, well, you'll come out with it, and she'll call you out as she's laughing, and then says, well, depending on it, I'll call you out. Really? Because you can't have it both ways. That is where it broke down. Shenanigans can do shenanigans. I don't care. That's on her. It will affect her. It will affect her channel. It is her morals, something she has to deal with. Now, another comment she made about me the other day is when I said that hell would be a hot place for her. The reason I said that is because she said she's only prayed twice in her life. Well, my values and my faith tell me that if you do not have a relationship with God, then you're not going to go to heaven. Therefore, your only choice is hell. That is what that comment meant. So, you do you. I'll do me. Maybe, just maybe, you will grow some integrity, knowing what it means now. And maybe you will get some morals and be a better person. And I wish you all the luck in that. But don't come at me or come at Shar or anybody else when you've done what you've done and try to play the moral high ground, because it's not going to work. And that's all I have to say on that issue.
Okay, and then I've got just another part of that. Like I said, the whole thing was about somebody was trying to dox Daphne. And I know that there's a lot of like they like to throw the term doxing around, and I truly don't think that they know what doxing actually is. And like, in fact, I know they don't, because again, we're talking hypocritical to the maximum. So let's just have a quick look at the definition of doxing, and we'll see who doxes who. Doxing, dropping doxed documents, is the malicious, unauthorized collection and public distribution of a person's private identifying information online, such as home addresses, phone numbers, or personal emails, to incite harassment, stalking, or intimidation. It is a form of cyberbullying aimed at embarrassing or silencing targets. Nobody has doxed anybody. That would be like me putting out Shenanigans' true legal name. Or it is exactly what Shenanigans did to one of my mods in her chat, in her live stream. That is doxing. And that is harmful cyberbullying. Y'all need to take a good long look in the mirror. Okay. Next, and I just got a couple more things that chat my khakis about. Why am I saving that? About just the shit that was said by this channel about me knowingly spreading false information that I still have to answer to this day. And Damien, if you're still here, you actually um you actually said that this was an inside joke, and I accidentally came across a second clip that's showing it wasn't an inside joke. It wasn't a joke. This was literally putting out false information about me for no other reason
Hey,
than
Shar.
to, yeah,
Hold on for just a minute here.
okay.
So this is, I don't know if he wants his name out there, but hey, Shar, I know this is a question at Shar, but how do you know it was unredacted? Did you see it with your own eyes? Genuine question. So to answer that, I don't know about Shar, but I will answer you. I was told personally that they were unredacted by the person who was selling them, myself. That is what the breakdown was, because I confronted both people, the seller and the one standing up for it being sold. And I was told that they were unredacted. And I have the receipts of her telling me why she was selling them unredacted and why she was doing it. And so that is the answer to your question. I don't know if you've said anything else in chat. I won't say your name, but I know for a fact it came from the person's mouth themselves that they were selling the documents. And then she tried to tell me, well, she tried to make them, she made them for free, until I pointed out that they weren't for free. They were still being sold. And this was on February 3rd, when they had been for sale since January 18th to supposedly smoke somebody out that was upping their membership. So did I see it with my own eyes? No, I heard it with my own ears from the person who was selling it, that they were the unredacted documents. Shar, I don't know if you want to answer that or not, because I don't know what information you have on it.
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. And we don't have that here. It's Canada. And I mean, I know that you know. I know that you know all this. And like I said, this isn't my fight. This is Melissa's. Um, I had my back and forth with Shenanigans about it. And I believe that that is what her issue um with me is. So the it's not my fight. It wasn't my information to put out. Never have. And it you know, it caused a lot of trouble. And I think it's accumulated to this point here today. So, anyways, like I said, just a couple more really short clips of the false information, knowingly false information put out about me, and then some closing words, and I guess we'll hit chat for a little bit. And so here we go.
Charmaine's having her birthday party tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, Brad Turner is having the birthday party tomorrow. Be there or be square.
So there's that. There's the Brad Turner comment that Damien came in and said, well, that was, it was an inside joke. Okay, fine. And I bought it. I said, okay, I get it. I get it. Then, see if I can catch this one first. This is a separate one. This was a separate one, same live stream, but I just, whatever, didn't catch it. Because I don't watch shenanigans, you guys. I get screenshots and screen recordings of all the stuff that's said about me, and 99% of the time, I let it go. But
Yes, say Ron Mexico in one of those creator card readers. He loves me. Ron Mexico loves me, really. Don't you, Ron? Oh, wait, you can't comment. You can save your comment. Leave me another love letter on Monsters of Sabotage. I love them. Gives me immense joy to know how much I bother you. Oh, no, I wasn't saying that Bradley Turner was having the birthday party. Just a witness basically dropped it in to me, a little hint that Bradley Turner was none other than another creator.
so yeah, that doesn't seem like a mistaken, inside joke to me. That was literally her alluding to Brad Turner having the birthday party, which it wasn't a party. That wasn't a slip. That wasn't an inside joke, because she just said it. A little birdie told her Brad Turner is none other than another creator who just happened to be having a birthday party. Give me a break. Just a small break. Just a small break. Okay. So, I mean, oh, there's one more screenshot too, and this is for Corbin, actually. Corbin, who's, you know, he's always here, and this just epitomizes what people's issue is. I just got banned in Shenanigans channel because I said my kids went missing. Nobody would stop me from searching, and she didn't like it. But I'm not going to lose sleep. He got banned for saying that his kids went missing and that nobody would stop him from searching. That's wild to me. It's absolutely wild to me that that would happen. Like, the censorship is real. There are so many people here that get banned for not speaking the same or agreeing with being extremely supportive of Malaya, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with questioning things. That's what we're doing here. We all have the right to our own opinions. We don't have the right to attack each other. Like you're DT without the audience. You're Mike DeMann without the fucking accent. You're Michelle James without a fucking YouTube channel. That's all you are. That's the end of it. Any questions?
So I don't have any questions, but I seen you said I could use your name. So Justin, I seen your message. When I confronted them about it, the redacted documents were public. The unredacted documents were not. And that's what she was selling, is the unredacted. And like I said, she can run her channel the way she wants, but that is where the breakdown happened for me. And I wanted to put my side out there because people don't understand why we're not talking anymore, or why I all of a sudden had an issue with her or the other creator. And the point of it was they were selling unredacted documents of an SA and DV victim with the name and everything else out there, and had been for a couple of weeks, and was okay with it and was trying to justify it. And that I can't get behind. I'm sorry. I have some integrity and some morals, and those broke it. And I think it's criminal that you are doing it. I don't know if it's really criminal or not, but I think it is. I think it should be. And for you to go on a live and say, I will share what I want and do what I want, you can suffer the consequences. I chose not to speak out publicly about this until all of this has happened now for months, where she's attacking mods of Char's and she's attacking Char herself. And enough is enough. And that's all I have to say about it.
All right. So, I mean, this was a tough one for me, you guys. And it's like I said, it's not because I had any intention of stepping outside of my comfort zone to do this, but you can only take so much. And the constant, she flipped me the bird on a fucking live stream. She's accused me of ridiculous things. She has made up completely fabricated information about me. And this is, sending me a cease and desist like that. I mean, get over yourselves. Jack and Lily are missing. And at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if Malaya looks for her kids or not. I want to know why she's not. I want to know why it took 11 months. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person out there that thinks that way. I just want to know why Cindy doesn't want to speak up for the grandkids or show her face. It's her right to do that, but it's also my right to ask her why. She doesn't have to answer me, but you can't shut me up. You can't. And I am being respectful about it, today aside. And this was my side of the shit that I've been dealing with behind the scenes. You guys choose to put it out in the public. I usually walk the other way. Today is different. And now it's over. How you choose to proceed is completely on you. And like I said, I fully expect to hear from this. What's his name again? James Michael. If it wasn't Cheryl that sent the cease and desist, tell that person to step up, because that's the person that's going to have to answer to law enforcement about it, because what you did broke the law. You cannot pretend to be a lawyer, and you can't backpedal what you did. I showed it. So, anyway. Okay. I don't know what else to say today. hour and 30 minutes. That's not bad. I feel icky. I feel gross for doing this. I don't like rolling around in the dirt with you people. So leave me alone and I'll keep doing what I do. Okay? The publication ban, it wasn't a publication ban, it just you're not allowed to talk about the baby, number 1, and you're not allowed to basically discuss anything to do with the victim of Daniel's charges, right? James Michael, thank you so much. Uh, Holy smokes, you guys, this is insanity. Thank you so much. Again, Gren and Joyous, thank you so much. You guys are both very, very generous. And Baby Monkey, there's a few that I didn't hit up. Patriot Girl, thank you. Sinister, thank you. You're one of the very few who actually listen and don't judge. Thank you for being you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. This was not easy for me. Um, Thank you for being a member for 2 months, and Little Black Bear too. Thank you. Um, and Roots. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Roots. I appreciate everybody. Um, I'll just quickly go through chat and make sure there's nothing else.
And
Sorry, one sec. Go ahead.
so I just hope, like, I'm not gonna sit here and release anything else on this, but hopefully we can get back to, even if we're doing it separately, because I will never trust certain people again because you've broke it beyond repair. But hopefully we can get back to what matters, and that's Jack and Lily, and keeping their names out there and the case out there in a positive manner, and doing it as unbiasedly as we can. And they are what matters, and they're what's getting lost in this. But it is people's own actions that have brought forth today what we've done. You attack the family, you attack other creators. Don't be surprised when you've poked that bear enough that they poke back. We need to get back to Jack and Lily and where they are and bringing them home. Stop with the fake lawyers. Stop with selling documents. Stop with standing up for things that are not right. Stop with all the BS and get back to what was important, because Jack and Lily is what's important. The other cases we follow is what's important. But again, today had to be done because we've sat back long enough and been poked and poked to the point that we now have to call it out.
There's one more thing that I want to address, because I heard a lot of, and this isn't directed at Shenanigans or anybody specifically, but there is a lot of talk, I guess, about the keychains. Christine Inrig is selling those keychains. Now, whether or not it's part of a silent auction that Malaya's side is doing for Please Bring Me, like, I don't know. I don't know. But I would like to just tell everybody that I purchased 10 of those keychains with the intention of giving them away when they arrive. Now, I don't have a problem with it, because the fact is, Christine Enrig bought the materials to make them. She's hand making them. She's sending them out, shipping. I have sent many things out from my channel. I know how much shipping costs. It's not cheap. And, a portion is going to Please Bring Me Home. And if you prefer to donate directly to Please Bring Me Home, that's your prerogative. But I don't have a problem with anybody making keychains or like anything that'll keep the kids' names out there, keep their faces out there. There are so many people out here that just want to help. And I'm not talking about Christine Enrig personally. I don't know a thing about her personally, nothing. But what I do know is she's taking the time to put these keychains together. And this is literally where it came from. One day, out of the blue, she sent me a picture, and you can see Lily's name on these beads. And I said, "Oh, what are those?" I couldn't find the link for the fundraiser. And then she said the auction. She said, "No idea. I was just playing with different designs." I said, "I'm not sure. Thought you were selling those. I'd buy a bunch to give away. They'd make cute keychains." Literally where the idea came from, you guys. Me. And then eventually, let me just pull up the last one, because again, I'm not hiding anything, and I have my reasons for doing the stuff that I do. I believe this is it. And I just want to show these keychains. I asked, are they going to be for sale? I'm getting some acrylic blank keychains adding photo, and here's the finished product. And I said, I'll pre-order 10 right now. I love them. And I did. I ordered 10, and she's sent them to me. I got my receipts. I don't know if she's pocketing any money, and I don't care. She's taken the time to do it. And when I have these, I'll be giving them away to the viewers that want them. And the fact is, these keychains, their faces are going to be out there by somebody that just, in this sense, is just trying to help, trying to find a way to help. So if we look at some of the other things that are being done, like the 1 year mark, the vigil that's being planned, and some of the talk about, wanting to shake Kent's hand there. I mean, if you think that's the right place to do something like that, the person that you've accused, you thought for the longest time of being a Hell's Angel involved in the kid's disappearance. Okay. But you live there. So if you really wanted to meet him, shake his hand, you could do that at any given time. I don't know that the 2nd of May is going to be, and none of my business, do you? But I'm not going to take anything away from anybody who's trying to do anything positive in this case. I tried that, Justin. I invited her to do that. Instead, she went around telling people her laundry list of issues with me. And so I addressed it here. Only after I received a cease and desist. I tried that, Justin. I did. Like, me, and I did try to take the high road, and I shut up about 99% of this the whole way for at least 2 months. And it's every single live stream that she does. There's something that she wants to say or do or spread about me that's false. And then including me in that fake cease and desist from Cheryl, not a lawyer, but signed by a lawyer. She never backpedaled with me. I never got an updated one without the lawyer's name on it. I'm sorry. Everybody has their breaking point, and that was mine. Right, baby monkey? She gave me the finger, Justin, on a live stream for trying to explain something to her. Whatever. It's so beyond words at this point. This is the end of it, okay? This is the end of it for me. How they choose to proceed is completely up to them. I don't care. The only thing that I want is the name of the person who supposedly wrote that cease and desist, so I know how to proceed, because I will be proceeding. Make no mistake. Stop messing with me. leave me alone. Let me cover Jack and Lily's case neutrally, and we won't have any more issues. So that's really okay. You you talk for a few minutes. I know there's an email that I'm supposed to check, so I'm gonna check real quick.
So, Justin, we don't know for sure, like, at least I don't anyway, who sent it, but it was impersonating a lawyer, which is a crime. So there's that. But it's just a matter of we don't have to get along. We don't have to be besties. You do you, we do us. But put the focus where it needs to be. And that's just all there is to it. So I don't really, if you guys have anything to say, like, say it. I'm looking at chat somewhat. There used to be a time when community members would donate money because there was nothing else they could do, and that's what they felt was the one thing they could do, and it was never questioned. Exactly. We don't either. That's what she essentially wants. It was impersonating a lawyer, so if you go back to the live, Shar actually shows the cease and desist. But
I'll send it all to you. I'll send it to you, Justin. I'll send it all to you.
So, I mean, you continually want to poke at Shar and expect her to not say anything. And, like Shar said, she offered an olive branch. Hey, come up here. Let's talk about it. Let's squash it. Whatever it is. We don't have to be friends. Just squash it. And her response to that was to give the middle finger. So, you know, yeah, little black bear. I did too. I told Char, I said, I want one. I like them. I don't know. Char, you got anything? Because I've said what I need to say.
Yeah, no, it's not the cease and desist. I mean, I've been through it before with an actual cease and desist from an actual lawyer. It was impersonating a lawyer with all the spelling machine. Like I said it yesterday. It was like losing brain cells reading that thing. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. Justin is left out of it because Justin keeps to himself. He covers more cases than just this, and he couldn't be bothered with this shit. And just like I normally can't be bothered with this shit, but I reached my breaking point. And I mean, honestly, people are telling me this is what they want. Okay. Then wish granted. You got it today. But after this, that's the end of it. All I ask is that you just continue doing what you want to do and leave me alone. Okay? Just leave me alone. We'll be good. I am going to, I don't give a shit. I am going to invite Larry on to go through some of the techie stuff. And we'll continue going through that document just because there's nothing else going on in the case. So that's what we're going to do with this case, right? And other things will come up. So we'll, we're just going to keep on keeping on. And everybody loves Justin and Justin's channel. Of course, everybody loves Justin. Okay. Let's say goodnight, Melissa. Have a great weekend at work. I believe you have to go to work, and I will be. Ian has to fly out tomorrow to go pick up his last truck, and so I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a 5-hour live stream. I don't know, but have fun at work, Melissa. Do you want to say goodbye?
So goodbye, everybody. Yeah, I will be gone for the weekend, so we'll see how it goes, but I don't know. Love to everybody, and keep it about Jack and Lily.
That's right. Jack and Lily. Justice for Jack and Lily. We'll talk soon. Is it Friday? It's Friday. Have a great Friday night, everybody. Bye. Is it gonna end? What's going on? There it is. Bye.